Yo, this is Ty, the official TAI. Welcome back to my channel. In lieu of being purposeful, because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. Today is Tuesday, March 9th of 2021, and the word of the day is amendment. Yes, amendment is the word of the day. Amendment as in amendments to the third stimulus package in reference to the $1,400 eligibility, as well as the amendment that was made to the unemployment boost, to keep it at 300 instead of boosting it up to 400, as well as to learn what will inmates be eligible for that's included in this third stimulus package. It's going to blow your mind. And of course, this video is always about the pandemic EBT, as well as the emergency SNAP allotments for February of what's remaining, as well as March of 2021. Let's get it. No, I am not a professional nor your advisor. My goal is to educate or present awareness in layman's terms of the third stimulus package. Some people think it's only $1,400 that they have coming to them. Well, rest assured, sis and bro, there's a whole lot more waiting for you. Welcome to the official TAI channel. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said, the word of the day is amendment. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. Yeah. Where are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? Where are we at with the process? Well, here we are. Well, first they're going to vote on a bill today. I know that sounds redundant. I feel like they've been voting on a bill for a whole bunch of days as well. Believe me, because I'm sitting here ready as well. Anyway, they're going to be voting on a bill today on another level. It's only because they're using the budget reconciliation process to do all this. So, there's levels to this, of course. The reason why they got to keep voting is because of the process in which they are implementing this third stimulus package. Let's not forget, they're using the budgetary reconciliation process. So there's levels to this. You already know that, but at least it's soon come, okay? You're going to get the money in your pocket sooner than you may think. Stay tuned for that. They're also still voting because, think about it, there was an amendment that was made. So whenever there's an amendment that was made, it has to go back to step one, which is the House, which is just the Democrats that have to approve on it. Then it goes on to the Senate. And once the Senate approves, if it's amended, it goes back to A again to be completed thoroughly that way. You can't just jump a step. So everybody has to sign off on the same exact document. There's no asterisk in your initials on the corner. Okay, we're not at work right now. With that being said, once the Senate passes it after the House, once the Senate passes it without any amendments, without any changes, just signs the paper and delivers it, it then goes to the president, who will then sign it, and it will obviously then become law. At that point is when I want you to take action on everything I'm getting ready to tell you in this video. All right. I'm not a professional and I'm not your advisor. Anyway, you just like to hear me talk, obviously, but it's all good though. I'm here for it. Okay, number one is the $1,400 stimulus check. Okay, you should be well aware, because I'm sure I've educated you on this millions of times before, but the incomes are as follows. For single, it is $75,000. For a head of household, it's $112,500. And for married, it is $150,000. All of them will cap off at about $5,000 per person. You have to be within all of these guidelines in order to be eligible for the $1,400, as well as the child tax care. Moreover, the $1,400, remember, you have to have a valid Social Security number. Remember, an invalid Social Security number is someone who is dead. So no, dead people will not be receiving a stimulus check this go round, okay? Also, let me go ahead and put out there, this is for everybody. Okay, so if you have your niece that's also staying with you that has a baby, but you don't want to claim them, blah, 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 you have the right to claim head of household, and you have the right to claim them. You will be able to receive $1,400 for that niece that you're helping out, for that child of yours that you're helping out, but that's grown, for that uncle, for that grandparent, for that mother. Okay? Everybody in your household should be on your tax return as a head of household. Of course, there's single. Of course, there's married. I'm not talking to y'all right now. The people I know, the majority of the people that I know are for head of household. I want you to claim everybody in your household. I don't care if they get a Social Security check, then in that case, they need to be claiming themselves. But everybody is eligible for these $1,400. Secondly, the child tax credit. All right, boom. Child tax credit. I want you to claim everybody in your household. Okay? Have integrity, of course, but you're probably just hesitant. I'm sure there's people living in your household that you take care of. They should be on your tax return this year for 2020's tax return. I'm just putting that out there. Unemployment boost. Remember, they was proposing $400. Well, yes, again, the amendment was, it went back to $300. It will maintain. At least it didn't decrease. Okay, so be grateful for what you do get. In addition to them keeping the unemployment boost at $300 until the first week of September, Also included in that is a tax forgiveness for $10,200. What does that mean? My peoples, what that means is a lot of you, this may well have been your first time filing for unemployment. Or some of you may have done this several times and still didn't take out the federal tax. Either way, this has been such a mass amount of people that have this problem going on right now that no taxes was taken out. So then you end up owing all this money in the middle of a pandemic. That defeats the point. So with that being said, the wonderful Democratic Party has decided to give you a tax forgiveness, for $10,200. So the first $10,200 that was earned from unemployment is not taxable. Okay? It is not taxable. So more than likely, if you're one of my peoples, you already filed your taxes because we needed that money a long time ago, right? So if you have already filed your taxes, pump your brakes. Don't worry, you will have time to amend it. It looks like the IRS actually isn't accepting any amended returns right now anyway. So just hold on. Let's make sure that all of this becomes a law before we make any sudden move. Or if you haven't filed yet, then kudos to you. You might as well at this point just wait until this is made into law. That way you make sure you take advantage of everything that is included in this third stimulus package. I'm just saying. All right. Amendments included that was made to the actual bill, which is why we had to go back to step one again, is to add on a little bit. Obviously, one of the amendments that was made to the third stimulus package, which is why it also has to go back to House first, then get approved by everybody all over again, as well as the child tax credit that goes by the same income guidelines. Just so you know that as well. Also, some things that you probably didn't know that was included in that third stimulus package that perhaps should not have been, that is coming out, is perhaps Pelosi and Shoemaker's little side deals they had going on. Let me tell y'all, Pelosi, sis had a transit system for her district, like millions of dollars going towards a transit system just for her district, wherever it is, I don't have trains where I live. So, that sucks to be me, I guess, and not live near her. Also, Chuck Schumer, another Democrat, he had money in there to go towards some bridges in his district. What is he, in Brooklyn? You want to build a bridge in Brooklyn? Like, I don't get it. Who just decides, I'm going to put some money to the side for my, my area, my city, and put some money, to the side at the same time for, the transit center, a bridge. Just build a bridge and named it after me. I mean, I don't know what they were getting at. I'm sure it was for the greater good, but it was of their district only. So like I said, I'm going to go off on the left and the right side if needed. So of course, the parliamentarian was like, you need to cut it, sis. You need to cut it, bro. We're not putting that extra stuff in there. Also, as we already know, is the $15 an hour minimum wage increase. That was canned as well. We ain't even got to get into that. And in today's news, did y'all hear about Trump sending a cease and desist letter to his own team, to the GOP, to the Republicans? No, not the homies, right? What happened to all that? Well, let me tell y'all. He sent a cease and desist letter, which is a real legal notice, to the Republican Party to keep his name out their mouth. Real talk. I mean, some other words were said, but I like to put things in layman terms for you so you know what's going on. Basically, they was using his name for campaigns and things like that, or fundraisers and stuff. And he like, no. The little orange man, y'all, like, he's really big mad at about 17 Republicans because they voted in favor of having him impeached. Oh, well. Anyway, the GOP, the Republicans, clapped back at him like, no, and had his letter dismissed. Yes, dismissed. You know why? Because there's something called the First Amendment, which protects political speech, freedom of speech. We all know you've been, mimicking people that were unfortunate, mimicking, special needs people and stuff like that. So if he can do it, how come the rest of the Republicans can't do it? I'm loving this. Yes. But with his privileged self, he also vowed, literally, y'all, vowed to retaliate against the Republicans that he views as insufficiently loyal. Insufficiently loyal. That's a nice way to put it, right? I don't know, y'all, but it's the loyalty for me. Apparently for him, too. But it's the loyalty for me. Meanwhile, Senator Minority, not the majority, but anyway, Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell urged the party, you know what he said, and I quote, move on from Trump, y'all. This is the Republicans in the House saying move on from Trump. Let's get it, y'all. America is really about to be great again. All right, y'all. More in today's news. I had something else for y'all. This weekend, did y'all know, another thing, did y'all know what happened this weekend? Did you know that our President Joe Biden actually signed another executive order? Let me read to y'all what that actually entails. This is to expand voting for inmates. Yes, inmates are about to be able to vote by the next presidency. Who does that narrow down that much more to be able to become president again? I'm just putting this out there. This is awesome sauce, and I can't make this stuff up on my own. I swear to y'all, I can't. So inmates may well be able to vote in 4 years. Again, this is all this is all only if it becomes law. But if it becomes law, Lord of mercy. Also, another thing is inmates may be given these stimulus checks. Yes, of course, the Republicans is eating this up, y'all. They are not happy. They're like, oh my God, you have narrowed and minimized the amount of the already targeted stimulus check, recipients. Well, now the people that are in prison are going to be able to benefit from this. They're not affected by the coronavirus financially or economically like the rest of the country is. They shouldn't be getting this. They already have food and shelter provided for them. The Republicans is eating this all up, y'all. But you know what? Them inmates gonna eat this all up too when they order from their commissary. Shout out to y'all. But anyway, no, that's not funny though, y'all, because some people are in jail for some crazy stuff, and if we could discriminate, I say let's discriminate from them, But that being said, I'll let you know more about that as this becomes into law. And, the word is bond basically on this. So as of right now, it is not. But it's hilarious though, right? Yes, inmates may well be able to vote the next time the presidency time comes around, as well as inmates may well be getting this $1,400 stimulus check. Let's get it for those, that wasn't in there for serious crimes, of course, because we don't like you type of people. But anyway, pandemic EBT, we already know is retroactive, right? All right, so pandemic EBT, all states are approved. It's just a matter of if and when your state will apply. And those are as follows: Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts. I tried to memorize it, but I couldn't. Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Guam, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Puerto Rico. Oh, you already know how I am with that. All right, let me go ahead and give you now the list of the emergency SNAP benefits, the emergency SNAP allotments for February 2021, and then next I'll give you for March of 2021. Okay, emergency SNAP benefits that is still remaining of February 2021 that has yet to have been paid out are as follows: Alaska, March 1st through the 10th. DC, Hawaii, March 8th. Alaska, March 1st through the 10th. Iowa, March 1st through the 10th. Kansas, March 15th through the 24th. Nebraska, March 9th. Well, today I should say. New Hampshire, March 9th, March 16th, and the 23rd. South Dakota, March 24th and the 31st. Vermont, March 15th. West Virginia, the final payment date, then it'll be all caught up, is March 9th. And Wisconsin, April 10th for all last cases. All right. For March of 2021, emergency allotments, emergency SNAP benefits, whichever way you want to call it. This is the max amount that you'll be getting in addition to the 15%. The states are as follows: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Delaware, DC, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. I'm not sure if I said Guam or not, but Guam is also on here, of course. I probably was better off telling you the states that don't have dates as of yet. But anyway, I have payout dates for you as well. So let's jump right on. Alabama, for January's benefits, you should be receiving that on March 31st. For March benefits, you should be receiving that on April 1st. Alaska, March 1st through the 10th. Arizona, March 1st. Arkansas, no information given. California, April 18th. Colorado, March 7th through the 12th. Connecticut, March 17th, 19th, and the 26th. Delaware, March 24th. DC, March 10th and April 3rd. Florida, March 11th. Georgia, March 25th, 26th, 29th, and the 31st. Hawaii, April 12th. Idaho, April 11th through the 15th. Illinois, March 23rd through the 31st. Indiana, every odd day starting March 5th through the 23rd. Iowa, the normal issuing dates. Kansas, April 15th through the 24th. Kansas, April 15th through the 24th. Kentucky, March 2nd through the 19th. Louisiana, March 4th and the 11th, 18th and 25th. Maine, March 10th. Maryland, March 1st through the 31st. Massachusetts did not apply. Michigan, March 20th. Minnesota did not apply. Mississippi, March 2nd. You should have already received some of these. Missouri, March 1st through the 22nd. Montana, is March 2nd through the 6th. Nebraska is April 5th. Nevada, check your website. New Hampshire, March 5th. 9th, 16th, 23rd, and the 30th. New Jersey, March 1st through the 5th. New Mexico staggered throughout the month. New York, March 16th through the 23rd for NYC. And then the rest of New York is March 8th through the 18th. North Carolina, March 22nd through the 31st. North Dakota, March 8th. Ohio, March 25th. Oklahoma, March 10th through the 15th. Oregon, March 10th and March 30th. Pennsylvania, March 17th through the 20th. March 23rd through the 27th, and so on. Check your website. Rhode Island, March 4th. South Carolina, March 1st through the 19th. South Dakota, did not apply. Tennessee, I don't have dates yet, but you are approved. Check your website. Texas, March 8th through the 12th of 2021. Utah, March 28th. Vermont, April 15th. Virginia, March 16th. Washington, regular issuance dates. West Virginia, March 4th. Wisconsin, the payout dates is March 20th, as well as May 8th for all late cases. And Wyoming is March 1st through the 5th. And lastly, Guam is March 26th. Those are your list for March of 2021 emergency allotments, emergency SNAP benefits, the maximum amount that you could receive plus the 15%.